Indy 103.1 Wino Wednesday continues. We got Mark Hernandez and Sonia Chun from the Cliff's Edge restaurant on Sunset Boulevard in Silver Lake. It's a very, very fancy place with no sign. Don't even try to go there.
But where on Silver Lake exactly? What's across street?
Cross street is Edgecliff.
Okay.
Edgecliff, which is between, let's say, Virgil and Alvarado.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're Cliff's Edge on Edgecliff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sunset.
And maybe a block from Mitchell Torina.
Yep.
A lot of people know that street. Close to Hyperion.
2 blocks east of Hyperion.
There you go.
Let's get to the Cliff's Edge restaurant and bottle number 2. Sonia,
Yes.
what do we got? That last thing, the 100% Sauvignon Blanc was so good. What a great way to start.
I
What do we got now? We're going to Reds.
Now we're going to Reds. We have a Malbec here from Argentina, from a winery called Rutini. This winery has been around since the late 19th century, and they're in the Mendoza region. Of course, Argentina is the most important wine region in South America.
And they're all into the Malbecs over in Argentina.
Yeah.
Well, Malbec has gained popularity and gained momentum, probably more so in the last 15, 20 years.
Would you say it's the fastest growing Bordeaux varietal?
I'd say, in the States for sure.
In the States for sure.
Yeah,
And when we think Malbec, what do we think?
Well,
do we
first
taste?
of all, Malbec originated in France, in Bordeaux and southwest France. In Bordeaux, of course, is one of the 3 main grapes, but in southwest France, it has. They make great Malbec, but totally different styles. So when we think of Malbec from Argentina in particular, we're thinking, very juicy, fruit-forward, plump wines. But this particular bottle doesn't have really high tannin level, so it's very food-friendly for not just red meats or pork, but also for seafood.
Because you usually need that those tannins are balanced by the red meat and the stuff in the red meat.
Exactly.
Yes. And so in this way, have it with if your
very
wife's having the
versatile.
fish and you're having the meat.
Right, you can
get
both
a Malbec.
have Malbec. Right, it's well balanced. It has nice texture. I think if you were to go with the fish, you'd probably go with something like tuna or salmon, something with a little more fat.
Tastes good with the pate.
Pate,
Yes, it
great
does.
with pate, and it's probably more versatile than people might think
Okay.
to pair with food. So this particular wine, again, I believe it's less than $10 a glass at the restaurant. A very affordable wine, but it packs a punch without.
Packs a punch.
Packs a punch without making you feel, too
Weighted down.
weighted down. Yeah.
So if somebody just comes in and says, I'd like a glass of the Malbec.
Yeah.
You
The
have
Argentinian
Yes.
Malbec. The
Argentinian
Argentinian Malbec.
Malbec.
All right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get the Rutini.
Yep. Argentina and Malbec has become synonymous with
Okay.
each other. So.
And why do some people call themselves Argentinian and others call themselves Argentine?
And some just go with war criminal.
Well, they do have all that gold bullion. It's curious, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Coincidence?
What's that about?
I don't know. But I've played in Argentina. And they have a curious custom there. You might be interested in this,
And
Sonia.
preponderance of blue eyes.
Yeah, exactly. What's
Yeah.
that all
Was
about?
that the Germans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because a lot of them went down to
Yeah.
South America.
Don't give away the secrets.
Okay.
But they at the
to
rock
Germany.
concerts, if they enjoy your band, they will spit on you.
Wow.
And it got so bad that the last time we played there with the Offspring, that the tour manager Fitzjoy,
I know him.
you know Fitzjoy?
Yep.
He must. I'll bet he goes to Cliff's Edge. I'll bet he does. Fitzjoy, who's now the Shakira tour manager, I believe.
Shakira's
he rented.
assistant.
He rented. No, the tour manager.
No,
Yeah.
but I know, but Sandra was the
Well, yeah, my wife was the assistant. How do you think she got that job? So we rented Fitzjoy rented 2 high-powered fans to blow the spit
back.
right back at the Argentinians, and it worked like a charm.
Nice.
You had to spit on stage. You had to stand in a specific spot because there has only so many fans you can get. And,
Then they just goose-stepped their way right out of there.
yeah, and they just went right back to it was fun watching Argentinians get hit with their own saliva, their own hepatitis.
Did they keep spitting?
Saliva. Yeah, because they were
Yeah.
so caught up in the jams that they didn't know what they were doing.
It was a heady experience.
That's my story about Argentinian liquids, and I enjoyed yours too. I really did. I really did.
Thank you. And most of the vineyards in Argentina, of course, are all along the Andes, so it parallels the Andes mountain, just on the opposite side of Chile. So you have,
That's where all those soccer players went down in
Yes.
that plane, right?
Sure. Now,
Maybe there's a little bit of them in there.
now they're eventually they were in the soil, but the
Sort of a dark show.
So it's a mountainous
Mountainous region.
varietal,
well, no, I
or
wouldn't
just
say-
foothills.
Well, foothills.
Now the stuff in
foothills are-
Chile, is that the same thing, but
well,
just on the
there's
other
some-
side?
Yeah, it's it's on the other side, yes.
Because they got a lot of wines there in Chile.
They do. I mean, they have vineyards that are on the hillside that
Mm-hmm.
are mountainous, but they also have a lot of vineyards in the plains, but at the foothills of the
Mm-hmm.
mountain. Yeah, beautiful place.
You ever go
very
down there? It
dramatic.
seemed like you know a lot about this. Sonia.
I have been down to Chile.
Yeah?
And I did a little horseback riding along the Andes. It was really beautiful.
Sounds
It's
wonderful.
Really, yeah, it was great.
Do you think there's do the Argentinian wines have more status now than the Chile wines? Are they battling?
Well, there's a little bit of battle, but I think, I think Argentinian definitely has.
They're winning right now.
Yeah, they're in the
Yeah.
forefront.
Because I always thought, the Chilean wines were always sort of considered sort of lesser, right?
I'm just what I'm asking, but I'm sure it all changes with vintages and weather and
True, and the problem with that
Genetics.
whole region in general was they were
Eugenics.
making a lot of bulk wines until recently.
In Chile?
In Chile and Argentina.
Oh, and
a
Argentina.
lot of box wine.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of box wines,
Yeah, yeah.
cheap wines for local markets.
No, for years
local
it was known as Box
consumption.
of Wine Country.
Yeah.
Years, but
How did you know that?
for years.
Good tip. Just in the last several decades, you had a lot of money being infused into the wineries, new technology, and they're making cleaner wines. And even the low-end wines, tend to be very consistent. They have pretty good climate there. And but I think definitely Argentina has
They got
sort
the
of
edge right now.
a little more edge than Chile.
Okay, now back to the restaurant. Before we go to our next bottle, what's a good night of the week to go to Cliff's Edge? We're on Sunset Boulevard near the 99-cent store,
And Edgecliff.
Yes.
Edge Cliff. What's a good night? Like
Yeah.
Well-
Monday through Thursdays are your winners.
that's when
know,
you.
that's if you want a more intimate dining situation or setting. That's the time to go. Fridays and Saturdays, you
get what you ask. What you ask for.
You're going out. And
You're going on
Silver
Friday or
Lake
Saturday
on
night.
a Friday, Saturday night. There's always a wait. You may
Yeah.
get a little upset because you don't get exactly what you want. But
Table-wise.
do you-
table-wise, yeah.
Do you get? Do you take reservations?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Recommended?
Online,
Online.
and we definitely recommend them. And definitely Mondays through Thursdays are the way to go. We're also starting a bar menu that's going to be offered through that time, and soon to.
Can you go there just for a drink
Yeah.
at a bar?
Yes, you
Absolutely.
can.
And what's
Yeah,
the
and you can-
website?
It's Cliff's Edge Restaurant or
Cliff's Edge
cliffsedgecafe.com.
CliffsEdgeCafe.com.
And we also have brunch Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 3. Brunch is a lot of fun.
How's that ice
and-
sculpture doing? Is it good? Is it to get there on time?
Actually, I have to say, I've been dating somebody in Silver Lake, so I've been eating in that region a lot of late, and I am 45 years old. And
Really?
Not
That's news.
and not always
Wow.
psyched
idea.
about going. I mean, I love going to like shishi restaurants, but not always psyched about the noise.
Yeah.
I have to say, this is not a noisy restaurant.
We're very quiet.
It is cavernous, that's true, and you can sit up high on almost what appears to be a balcony, but it's not because it's all inside, but it's really outside. But it's quiet.
Are you talking about Cliff's Edge or Clifton's Cafe?
No, I'm Cliff's Edge
Clifton's
is
on
lovely
Broadway.
and
Oh,
But
downtown, yeah.
It sounds like you
Great.
just described that, which I love too. So
Number
I'm
one
so.
place to have sex
it's
in public.
quiet.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was best of LA one year. They got rated number one.
They go.
Have sex in public?
Yeah.
In Clifton's
Where-
Cafe,
where
like
is
in
this?
one of
Cafe.
those little
Little booth.
little
things,
booth.
I think.
Okay, that's not Cliff's
Thank
Edge.
you, Mark.
Clifton's
Okay,
Cafe. Let's
all
clarify
right.
that.
Clifton's
Let's go back.
Cliff,
Let's go back
yeah,
to
Cliff's
Cliff's
Edge.
But the
Yeah.
point
the worst
is,
place.
it isn't sonically like appalling.
No.
Well, thank you for your acoustic reviews, Liz
Yes.
Warner. Appreciate those. The audiophile has spoken.
We're sonically sound.
Sonia, while we open bottle number 3, I'm going to
Okay.
play your request because you've been a great guest, and this is a rare version of Bob Dylan's Rolling Stone that Sonia brought in on vinyl. I hope it doesn't have too much crackle.